Hey guys, Heavy Arms 45 here. Now, this one I feel like is gonna be a short one because I finally got my memory on things. Okay. Um if you remember the last time where I was talking about my stories of me being a DM in a Pathfinder campaign, my party is starting to split up. One group is trying to make plans to kill the other one. Well, at this point, the Black Blade that has been chasing Zahiri feels that he is at the right spot to go ahead and try and take him out. So he sends a letter to challenge him. They meet up, and amongst the situation, they start to fight. Zahiri's throwing his spells and attacks. Um, and within 30 seconds kills him. It was anticlimactic, I don't know what, and it was really my fault. Um, I was thinking, I was trying to build this character as strong as I could make him. The problem was that I had never played a Black Blade before. So when it came to me trying to play on his same level of fighting with him, I did not have the experience of playing that type of character before. So I was trying to use a different skill set than what Zahiri had against him when I was playing Black Blade. And he was able to beat him with little to no problem, because one thing about Magus is that they can channel spells through their sword. So he literally basically hit him with spells that were AoE area effect spells, and basically brought his health down to nearly nothing in no amount of time. And the guy tried to and this is where, like I said, dice make a really good story sometimes. No matter what I did, every time I rolled the dice, and he only had like a hit AC of 24 or something like that. It was like 22, 24. But no matter what I did, that dice would never hit a number that could actually hit him. And so this big climactic fight flattened out with barely a whimper. There was no cheer of victory or anything like that. It just, he lost. It was so anticlimactic. When this happened, he had a note for in case something happens, because there was another reason also why I had did this. We had been having this person as the villain against Zahiri for over 6 months. I want to say it was between 6 months to almost a year. And he had been the mastermind of everything that was going on to the party. I was like, I'm giving so much focus on this one character, and all the other characters are probably not getting enough focus. So, I need to go ahead and start focusing on the rest of the party so they can get stuff that they want too, not just, what he's getting right now. So that was the other reason why I wanted to go ahead and get this fight out the way. That way, when it came down to the rest of the party, we can start trying to have somebody else as the main character instead of him all the time, because we did this for 6 months. Maybe we could work on Restay's trial of trying to defeat all these types of chromatic dragons, because you have to remember, all of the chromatic dragons are evil: black, red, blue, white. Yeah. green. They're all evil dragons. So that was her goal. We could have went ahead and got into that. Well, after Zahiri killed him, he proceeded. I'm like, okay, so the whole story is done. We finished that up, and in Zahira's mind, it wasn't over. I mean, literally, after this fight is over with, he goes to the rest of the group and tells them that I feel that there's a conspiracy against me. And if you're, I feel that some people in our party is going to try and kill me. And so, if you're against me, I will take you out. Now, like I said, to me, the main character of this story that I had was Zahiri. When Zahiri did that, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I didn't say nothing like this. I'm like, he's making this stuff up. I'm like, why is he trying to make himself a center of focus again? I'm like, I'm trying to be done with you so we can get to other people. Other people want stuff to do. Why can't you let them have it? But to be all honest, I was like, what the hell? Because I'm like, literally, I'm trying to give other people opportunities to be main character. Why are you throwing yourself in like that? But he said that, and the rest of the party kind of cut their eyes at him. Like, they characters, the players, they all kind of like, oh, I see how it is. Because he literally just declared war on his own party. Because he's basically saying, if you're not with him, you're against him. And he's going to take you out. Now, about this point, the whole trying to kill him kind of went down because they realized that the demon was the one who was doing this. I don't know if there was any type of personal stuff going on in the background, but I'm leaving it to what happened actually in the campaign. And in the campaign, he basically called war on his entire party. And after that, that's when the true divide of the party happened. It wasn't like the party, there was a choice of the party wanting to split up. There was, at one point, the person who plays Zahiri and Yachiri were moving to another place. So when they were moving, we tried to play for a while, and they went back to the city of Natat. Kale, Fapilodicus, Ariste, they all went to the city of Natat and started trying to build them their own little, clear out the evil that was there. And I tried to do something new where, like, I tried to give like a somewhat of a time limit on stuff where they need to try and do this, or certain things will start happening. And it was being somewhat successful. It went fairly well starting off. The problem was that there was one section they had a whole, it was basically almost a necropolis where there was so many undead in there. There were vampires, zombies, skeletons. If it was undead and a low enough level for them to fight, it was probably in there. And there was a couple of other ones that, as a group, they could fight, and it probably been an interesting challenge for them. And a lot of this was to try and get them to where at some point I could play Javo as an NPC and they could go with him and like be able to gain levels quicker by having him there, because if he's there, they get the experience of whatever monster he fought and the monsters they fought. So I figured that would be an even split where like He's a level 19 character. They're level 10. They fight monsters at like level 12, and he's fighting a level 15. They get the experience from 15, and he gets minor experience from being there for them fighting a 12. Or he doesn't get no experience at all, and he just gets the experience from fighting the creature that's a level 15. Because let's just say the ranger fired the arrow that hurt the monster that Java was going after. That was the plan. Well, time constraints started happening after that point. Ninja Tank 2.5 and Loki started having to work more, and so they weren't able to play with me anymore in the Pathfinder world that we created. So what happened was I kept the story going without them. In the story that I spun, they finished up taking the tech, and they actually control it now. They are the head of this city. They are creating their own agriculture, making their own business, whatever business it is. However, Flapalodicus is making his lotion and all this stuff, and that's when, like I said, the party divided, because after this point, like I said, people had stuff to do. Where we were probably playing maybe every other Tuesday or every other Monday, something like that. People had to work on Monday nights. I had friends who were working at Starbucks, and people working overnight shift at computer centers. And as IT, we didn't have time to be able to do this like we used to. So we basically had to shut it down for a while, and that's where it died out until Zahiri and Yurichi, their players were able to come back and start playing, and so we started playing them from them being in Animea. So all the stories that they have now that I'm gonna tell you from this point on, it's from the point of view of them being in Animea, and the friends that they made up, like Beardock, Huggins, and other characters that they ran into, and the stories that happened there. And those are for another time, and I'll catch you later.